Club Rush is today, Friday, September the 8th. Students will report to study hall, and teachers will direct students to an all Google Meet. So then students can join our special introductions, and A4 will begin Club Rush. Don't be late. This is just a daily reminder to always check your A-Day, B-Day schedule for important dates coming up like Club Rush, asynchronous days, and fall break. Check those schedules.
Hey everybody, it's Miss Holt, your friendly neighborhood grammar nerd, and today I want to talk about contractions. So contractions are these words where we take two words and we combine them into one word, and we have to use an apostrophe wherever we leave letters out in this combination. So does not becomes doesn't with the apostrophe after the N because we've taken out the O in not. Have not becomes haven't for the same reason we put the apostrophe where we've taken out that O. Cannot, you'll notice we took out an N and an O when we combined those, so you put the apostrophe right after where the first letter that we've left out starts, right? And this pattern continues for most of the words. As always in English, there can be exceptions, but most of the time, that's your rule. Don't leave out the apostrophe in a contraction, especially in my favorite contraction, y'all. You all, we've taken out the O and the U, so we put the apostrophe right after that Y in y'all. So y'all have a great day and happy grammaring.
Hello, my name is Amber Joy Milligan, 8th grade student ambassador, but I feel like you've already known that for weeks now, and you're probably getting tired of all of us by now. But this week, we have two birthdays, and that would be for Miranda Rains in 10th grade, who had her birthday on September 2nd, and Gadir Al-Zubadi in 8th grade, who had her birthday on September 5th. And we hope you both had a very happy birthday and an amazing week. We'll see you next week. Bye!
Welcome back to your day in the history and the quote of the day. On this day in 1966, the UNECO was declared as the International Literacy Day. Since then, ILD is celebrated every year by the most of the member countries. Now it's time for your quote of the day. Don't let what you cannot do interfere with what you can do. This inspiring quote can encourage students not to focus on the limitations, but on the unique strengths. I hope everyone has a wonderful day and weekend. I'll see you in the next video.
Hello, today for our riddle we have, what happens once in a minute, twice in a moment, but never in 1,000 years? You will have 10 seconds to answer in the chat. The answer is the letter M. Hope you guys had a great week. Bye!
Hi, I'm 8th grade student ambassador Jana Bruger, and I have your weather, ACT word of the week, and back again since we didn't have it last week, what to do this weekend. So some fun ideas this weekend to do, and hopefully you will go and do them. We have the Water Lantern Festival September 9th, which will be hosted at the Kentucky Horse Park. It's at 5 through 9 p.m. The 2023 Wiener Dog Races September 10th at Red Mile at 2 through 8 p.m.
And they're off, and here we go, and that is Lightning Louie. Lightning Louie lost his saddle pad, but he is going to crush. Abby is going to be second, Bailey is third, and we need a fourth place finisher. Lightning Louie just dominated, but we need a fourth place finisher. Elmo is still lost.
There is the the Eastern Kentucky University football game September 9th. And now for your weather. Saturday the high should be 89 and the low will be 62. Sunday the high is 80, the low is 59. Monday the high is 84, the low is 62. Tuesday the high is 80, the low is 57. Wednesday the high is 76, the low is 53. Thursday the high is 74, the low is 53. Friday the high is 75 and the low is 52. And lastly, your ACT word of the week. Bypass, which is to avoid. Word used in a sentence, the cab driver knew the exact way to bypass the traffic. Conceal, which is to hide. Word used in a sentence, Bobby wore a hat to cover his scar on his face. Anyways, have a good weekend.
Hi, this is Amber Joy Milligan, and this is my co-host.
This is on positive mindsets.
And you're probably wondering, why should I have a positive mindset? And we'd say to that, why not?
Research has proven that positive people think more positively and have a more productive day in their job and their school.
So, we'd like to tell you some ways that you can be positive in your everyday life.
Start your day with affirmations.
Another thing I'd like to add is to focus on the good things in your day instead of the negative things. And I know that can be hard, but if you go to bed at night and think back on your day and it's like, what good happened to me? What was I excited about? What was I happy about? Instead of oh my God, this happened. I'm so mad at this. Just think of the positive.
Surround yourself with positive people.
And I'd like to say to that, especially friends. Another thing I'd like to add is to turn those failures into lessons. Let's say you got a C on a test and you're upset about it. Just think, okay, maybe I didn't study as much as I should have. Maybe I should try studying more next time, and you might just get a better grade. Another thing that we'd like to add is to just think positive.
Sour candy is actually really helpful. Research has proven that sour candy can help people take their minds off of negative situations, negative things in general, because the sourness makes you're more focused on the sourness than you are on if you failed a grade or if you failed something. But I mean,
that's so cool.
I know, it's interesting. But that's all I have. Amber, you got anything to say?
Nope, I don't have anything else to add, so I guess that's it for this week. We'll see you next week.
Hello everyone, I am Javis Caraballo, freshman student ambassador, back with more updates, tricks, tips, hacks. I don't know if I'm forgetting something. I probably am, knowing how scatterbrained I am. But we have our back and we're with our weekly segment. The first thing I have to remind you guys is to pick up your math workbooks. I haven't picked mine up yet, but I will do it soon, I promise. So make sure to go to Success Academy between Monday and Thursday to pick those up. And I also want to remind everybody that we have our annual Friendsgiving. This year, Friendsgiving is Wednesday, November 8th at 1 o'clock p.m. at the school gym. Last week, I spoke about how to make friends in a virtual school setting, and one of my tips was to email, and I have been Last week, I did a segment on how to make friends in a virtual school setting, and I got a lot of questions on the email part about what is the best way to write an email, what's the easiest way to get a response, because some people have been left without a response and they don't want that. So the first things first is you want to make sure that you have a good subject. Make sure you're saying the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. You're not on oath, but we don't want you guys to be like YouTubers who clickbait. So good subject, true subject is the way to go. Now, first things first, something that I frankly bad at is salutations or address. So you say, Dear Mrs. Blank, Dear Mr. Blank. Essentially, you want to make sure that you greet them. Good evening, if you're sending it in the evening. Good afternoon, if you're sending it after 12. Good morning, if you're sending it in the morning. Always make sure to say hello. So make sure to always salute them or address them. Consider who you're emailing. If you're emailing a friend, you can actually use not as heavy grammar. You can use abbreviations and emojis if you're emailing a friend or classmate. But if you're emailing a teacher, you might want to keep it just a little bit more concise and a little bit more respectful, especially if you're not as close to them. You want to make sure you're not calling them bro or dude. Make sure to be respectful and always proofread your emails. Proofreading is something super important. Grammar is really important as well. Make sure that if there is a blue squiggly line or a red squiggly line, to click it. I know a lot of the times you're like, oh, that sounds right, and then you misspelled it or something. So always make sure to proofread them, to check, and always make sure to reread and make sure that everything comes off as the way you wanted it to. You also want to include a closing. So a lot of the time, let's say that you're working on a new project or you're asking a teacher for something for an extra class or an extra extension, you do want to add a little something before you completely sign up, before your sign off, which is your signature. So essentially you want to say, for example, if I'm going to be working on a new project, I want to say I'm excited to be working with you. Or if you are telling someone, hey, can you come to my birthday party? Your closing would be, I hope you can come. Something that is relative and that actually has something to do with the subject of the email. You want to make sure that you are able to do your closing. Next, you have to put your email signature. Now, this is a perfect segue into how to create an email signature. I'm telling you guys, all teachers have one, and it's because it's literally professional. A lot of the time, I'll see other students that email me and they will not, and I repeat, they don't use an email signature, and it kind of is like iffy, because if there's any information that I want to know, I don't get to know it because they don't have one. Pick up your math workbooks, and that we also have Friendsgiving Wednesday, November 8th at 1 o'clock in the gym. That's all I have for you guys. We're working on some great new things for the news and for the ambassadors. I can't tell y'all guys just yet, but you guys will know when it's here. So I will see you guys next time for updates, tips, tricks, hacks, how to compose a good email signature type thing. So I'll see you guys in the next one, and I'm out. Goodbye.